Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is about people who try to say that things they're doing are biblical and they're not in the Bible. A lot of people try to spread ideas that are not religious and say these are from God. For instance, hitting people instead of just teaching them with the word of mouth. That is no place in any Bible. Or the saying, just pound down the pavement and wait for God to punish you. Or anything that does not directly give you a chance at redemption and making things better. So, of all that nonsense is a dud. And to say that there is an alternate course is ridiculous. And it occurs to me that there is no alternate course, in a way, so to speak. There is the way and there is error. It strikes me as peculiar that I have been through this so many times that I am Jesus, and to people who don't have my dad or mom probably never enters into their mind. So when you see someone strike a nail on the head and say I am Jesus, you have to be double careful because we are in the world of I am Jesus. And to not even take notice of these things is completely ridiculous. And these people can't even testify to exactly what they are seeing. Still, it is weird, like my buddy who is a trustworthy source. He told me, all they do is worry about and talk about you all day. And I said, like what? And he said, oh, like this. Oh, hey, well, what'd you do all day? And today, answer, oh, Kevin Cattell. And so I believe him, especially when you take into consideration the things I have just seen today. Like Jesus said, he who is supposed to do great things is expected to do great things. He is like kind of lame, right? He who is not so great things are not really expected from him. And that is how God is going to take account of these things. What a grave matter that they should try to send Jesus astray when so much relies upon him. And totally on purpose. I mean, they totally raise the children to mock Christ in such a manner where it totally harnesses him with the weight of all bullies, and then never say anything good about him, so he is disgraced. But geez, man, I'm way better looking than these freaking aliens. And I never strike people. So they are just being idiots, knowing that God will accept them. They have designed this kind of fruitless life for themselves. It is altogether a trip. And the reason I already brought up genes is because they aren't going to be in our family. So having figured that out, all these other jealousy things come up. I mean, they trip all the day, and nobody can focus in on this subject, eh? But even if they did, and did go and prove that I was Jesus, and the rest of them would trip all the way, all the time, non-stop, that they still wouldn't be satisfied, because they are going to trip on just what is the essence of reality. God gives creatures revelations that are so intelligent and personal, and how would anyone else know what he told them? Oh man, I'm inspiring a riot. Right, that is how bad this world and nation is. You can't even say that guy is Jesus. But you spend 1,000 channels talking and mocking the same exact person and subject. The same subject, the same guy. So any idiot would have thought to turn on several of these devices at once and see if they can hear or see. Or even an earlier show, I also not just live to see if they can see you. Well, I think I pretty much covered it. They're tripping. And another flagrant indication is when I quote a New Testament line, they go, and he didn't even say it like he did before. Motherfucker, I am way quick. But I just don't like the idea of marketing a religion in that way. You see, God could take everything away if it were so. No wonder my father just said, I don't like people making money off of religion, and I don't think Jesus would like that. As I look at it now, maybe he not only persuaded me in my subconscious, but he actually wrote my life's future. My father wrote the whole goddamn Bible. That exactly fits what I'm saying now. I have special instructions to believe that Jesus was new in one way, and many altogether, but that he was the first person to say that God is my Father. They won't believe. Tell them this. What is the first words to the Lord's Prayer? Our Father. So that anyone who argues any more on this obviously isn't impressed with your Jesus. If they were, they might give you some leeway on listening to you. And like I said before, they called me to stand up the first time at church. Who is this Jesus in the crowd? With various descriptions too polite for a neutral stance. No wonder I think neutral is such a funny concept. The words and the signs and the actions and the miracles, swing, that accompany me are so awesome. I can't believe that nobody can officially take notice. I think about one time when these things were going good, and I thought, well, at the mall with my mom, that wow, all of these people can see and believe that I am Jesus. And I think on the same trip, I went to the video store and I was just doing my normal signs and miracles, and I saw this young boy and his dad, I presumed, and I thought, shit, here is this young man, and he saw me spreading the light from outward like sort of a chandelier, and I made it visible that the unity within ourselves would unite us like all extremes. And of course I bore witness that it was in me too. So that's why I can relate in a harmless way to stuff for the little children to come to me. And that's probably old too. I just saw a Ringo Starr song. You're 16, you're beautiful, and you're mine. Letter number 2. Stories 2 and 3, and we're done. The reason I do not want to have what is known as casual sex or sex at all. This has to be made clear to my Father, God, in order to make the point more easily accessible and to further the research into this opinion of mine and to either validate or make invalid this idea I have. It has been formulating nonetheless each and every waking day of my life, and it is only by God's gift of grace that I have been able to finally overcome this distraction, and with no bad feelings about it either way, except that it is something that people make out to be this big thing, and when in fact I am finding out that it is completely out of human character, and it is a fictitious belief that either sex needs this, or that a person's true intentions are to be thought of as any part evil, which I think is not a part of a pure spirit. If you take a glass champagne glass, and you can clearly see through it, then you can't say that there is something evil or sinful in it, like I should discolor it in any way. So how could you focus in on a person or possible partner and see that you're going to target this aspect and say that that is what you're going to satisfy? That is the one line that I heard from an angel, and it is the basis and whole argument about what I am saying. Wouldn't that be idiotic if a person from then on was to go and say or think that anymore? And I am very thankful to that person or angel that said that. And also I would like to say the one line Jesus said after he was resurrected. Touch me not, for I am not ascended to my Father. Third and last story. The true and most powerful God will bring you down to your knees and pray. The true Virgin Mary is the mother of Jesus Christ. When I have tried to just simply run the tape back and see where and why and what were these signs coming from and where this most majestic and beautiful Mary visions came from, I have had one answer, my mother. Now, although I knew that there were a list of these signs and miracles, and how exactly a miracle occurs is a mystery, that's why it's a miracle, but it probably would include, for sure, the favor of God. And lately I have had several situations where we had or allowed time for us to relax for a second, although you know as well as I that that is stretching it a tad. But after we briefly exchanged thoughts and ideas, I was able to be convinced that the most beautiful woman of Virgin Mary was in fact my mother. So where these people are going to be jealous, it is almost for sure. The golden rule is all we have to be is us. I be me, you be you, and that's enough. Because if we are already an eternal go to heaven, that is for sure. So if I'm already an eternal Jesus or a Virgin Mary, a child of God, our Father, my Father, your Father, our Father, then why else do you think people would lay all these traps in our way? If you even just search briefly in your mind, you'll find easy directions or clues as to why this happens. Thank you very much.